Hey, this is one of many airgun videos that I'm going to be doing. This is my first one, so bear with me a little bit. But anyways, I'm going to be going over my setup. Let's start from the top. The base gun is a Benjamin Trail NP. I do want to upgrade to the Jim Shockey NP2 or the um basically the Jim Shockey that has the SBD um sound. Uh, well, I forgot what the acronym stands for, but it's basically the new bull barrel that they came out with. Benjamin or Crossman, whatever you want to call it. But we're gonna start at the back of the Trail MP. Right here, I have a makeshift cheek piece, cheek rest. It's basically just a piece of foam tubing that has been cut to size and then wrapped around with paracord to keep it snug onto the stock area, since the cheek piece is rather low on the Benjamin Trail. Um then right here I decided actually today to put a bubble level on here to prevent rifle cant during shooting. Um I just put that on there with a zip tie. And then over here, you can't really see too well, but I put, this is actually a attachment piece that is makeshift as well, from bungee cord that you use for like exercise, and it's three pieces braided together, and it's to attach your gun to a one piece sling mount. This is also attached to, well, a 1 point sling mount. This is also attached to the pistol grip with a zip tie, as you can see there. Um, my scope is the original scope, the 3 to 9 by 40 with adjustable objective, the crosshairs were moving whenever I touch the variable zoom. So I had to get a new one, and this one is a center point 3 to 9 by 50, I'm pretty sure, with no adjustable objective, which I'm not a fan of. I like the adjustable objective for closer uh, animal encounters, engagements. And on top of that, I have a makeshift pellet holder, which is made out of the same material as the buttstock, the foam tubing. And what I did was just put a bunch of holes in it with a Phillips head screwdriver to the depth of a 22 pellet. And you can just shove them in there. You can hold about 45, 50 rounds in this pellet holder, which I like because I don't have to go in my tin and whatnot and reload often. And then up here, we have a homemade silencer as well. I'm actually gonna take this off to show you the insides. Hold on. But before I get to that, I actually attached this because I wasn't really satisfied with how the sound suppression was with the original Trail MP bull barrel shroud. It didn't necessarily quiet it down as much as I wanted to, because all they really did was, hold on, make this thing as technically about baffle, which it's actually essentially a air stripper for the pellet as it passes through, and then it just pushes the air back into the bull barrel, which isn't necessarily a true bull barrel. It did have some sound suppression, but not as much as I'd like. But basically, what I did with this is I put, I'm not sure what they're called, but it's like these, two, well, there's a couple of things in here. The top is obviously the air stripper end piece that usually screws onto the end. And then this is actually part of the main shroud that was originally on this cut off and cut about like 4 or 5 inches long. And then there's 2 washes in the middle creating a chamber, and then this on the M piece creates a chamber in itself. And there's also these 2 things used for electrical. I'm not sure what they're called, but there's 2 of them in there. But in total, there's 6 chambers of baffling in this suppressor, and it works very well. And the way this is attached, I went to Home Depot and bought a 1-inch, I believe it's a plumbing clamp fixture for your pipes. I'm not sure how it's implemented in that work field, but that's what it's for. And this attaches on here the main body of the suppressor with the end piece that's usually back here just put on top. But the way it clamps on is I put a slit on the end of the, if you can see that, like a little slit right here, so it actually presses the metal and clamps onto the end of the barrel. And again, there's about 6 chambers of baffling, 5-6 chambers of baffling in there, and it works pretty well. So that's my setup right here. It's pretty nice. It works pretty good. And yeah, that's all I got right now. Tune in for more if you would like. Subscribe, whatever you want to do you. And peace, dude.